Hi, this is Marnie Bennett from the Bennett Property Shop. And first of all, on behalf of the entire Bennett work family, we hope that your family is staying safe, staying strong. We know that this is going to be over soon, and it's a trying time for a lot of us. And you know, one of the questions we're getting a lot of people asking us is what's going to be happening with respect to housing? What's going to be the housing tastes and the styles, and you know, where are we going to go from here? And we're hearing all kinds of rumors that there's going to be a second wave. You know, perhaps now we're all going to be working more at home, and you know, our children, if we have children, what kind of classrooms they're doing, and you know, maybe you're doing workouts, you know, on Zoom. Like, the whole world has definitely changed. How we experience the world is no longer going to be the case. So, you know, here's my projection of what we're seeing and hearing from our clients and our buyers and our sellers, how they're managing during these times and all the different things they're doing. And you know, I think there's some really great things that we're doing. For example, I used to bake all the time when my kids were really young, and I got back to baking because it's, you know, very relaxing. Gardening, you know, I have young grandchildren, and they're loving to garden now. So, you know, they're starting to grow different vegetables and cucumbers and tomatoes and so forth. So a lot of people also, you know, are now having more home gyms, and you know, Peloton and in the Ottawa area, a lot of the fitness companies have made really good money now because it's all changed. People getting weights, free weights, and all different kinds of equipment. You're also looking at, of course, people have had to get Netflix. I mean, that's gone way up. So home theaters, what we're talking about, home offices. So where do we see people going for the future with respect to housing in the Ottawa area? Well, first of all, a lot of people may have moved to the urban core because they wanted the vitality of the city vibe, going to the restaurants, the coffee shops, and so forth. But you know, when they've been under isolation and quarantine, there's been no parks for them to go to. Then maybe they all have dogs, because actually a lot of the vertical housing space, a lot of the people living there have dogs. So, you know, they're looking for fields for them to run, or bike trails and so forth. So we're going to be seeing, I believe, a real transformation of people coming home. When I say home, following their roots. I think you're going to see a lot of people moving to the suburbs and even the outer parts of Ottawa. You're going to see maybe Smith Falls, Carleton Place, Elmont, Alexandria, Brockville, and then on the east end you could be seeing like Lancaster, Castleman, and further south as well. Because some people are going to want to have more distance. They're going to want larger acreage. They're going to want to be able to go outside. I think you're also going to be seeing a lot of builders and developers designing sunrooms, outdoor living rooms, which again would be the entertainment area with respect to outdoor kitchens. You're going to be looking at large decks. I think gardening is going to be really something on the increase. You're going to be seeing a lot of people even in the inner court with plots and doing little box gardens and so forth. You're going to be also seeing maybe you are living in the inner core, but you want a larger space. That studio bachelor apartment is just not working out because you need an office. I think you're also going to be looking at, you know, the long-term care has definitely been something that the government's looking at. And, you know, unfortunately, it hasn't been a very good situation with all the different deaths that have occurred there, which is really, really sad. So I think what you're going to see is a lot of multi-generational homes that you're actually going to be seeing parents, and so, you know, a European flair coming back, everyone living in one household. So you're going to be looking at a lot of bigger houses that they can make that transformation, that people can have their own space. University students, college students now, they're learning online. So they may not be going away anymore to university. They're going to say, you know what, I'm going to stay at home, I'm going to learn online, because now they're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to see that group of cohort get into the housing market a lot sooner than normal, because they're not going to have the student debt that they once had. Then you're looking at, you know, parents working at home. They're going to want their own private spaces So you're going to be looking at home offices. Where will that be? Where, and I work with a lot of builders right now. We're designing home spaces, in the lower level areas or an extension off the living room, but they may want a closed-in area. We're also looking at children's study areas. A lot of homeschooling is happening now. So maybe someone has a loft area on a 2-story home, or maybe dad or mom's office is now turned in to the children's studio area. As we talked about, home gyms. That's going to be another area that people are looking at. So your home now is going to be actually what it used to be. That is going to be the center focus of your life. You're going to be seeing fire pits outside if they have large areas where they're, going to have friends or family gathering around the fireplace, outside, and you can see people, maybe with their guitar and singing. So really picture back to the roots, what we used to do. Baking, as I said, they're running out of all kinds of baking goods now because people are taking up baking bread and cookies and, getting into it, really enjoying this. So they're going to want bigger kitchens and counter spaces. And, we used to have something called the baking station. So I can see people wanting a baking station when it has to do with heights and the kind of counters that you're looking at. You're going to see, I think, a lot more hobbies. People maybe, again, back to sewing, or they could be looking at, pottery. They could be looking at wine making. And you're seeing a lot of people actually getting back to watercolors and painting. So they want those kinds of areas. So what are we looking at the housing market? You're going to be looking at a big change of lifestyle. We used to say people didn't want big homes, and that's going to be the opposite. We used to say people don't want big lots. That's going to be the opposite now. So you're looking at a change. If you want to find out more about where to go with your house, what the values are, what's the trends in the Ottawa market, anyone at the Bennett Property Shop would be more than happy to help you. So just give us a call at 613-233-8606 or bennettpros.com, and just have a terrific day.